Yeah, I cannot. We're live. I cannot say that I was sober all weekend.
We're live.
Yeah, I was fucked up. I had. Well, I'll talk about it because this episode we just have nerd weekends.
I mean, it's less than 72 hours since we left here. I believe.
Yeah,
we got here Friday afternoon.
Yeah, and now it's Monday afternoon.
Nerd 54s.
Yeah, yeah. It's hey, it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So
I haven't missed a show.
We have not.
We have not missed releasing a show
short
in
this one
fucking
is, it counts.
8 years.
Yeah.
We've had like hour shows randomly before.
Yeah, sometimes.
But we also had like 3.5 hour shows before.
Correct. It's a give and take, I don't really even have much of an introduction other than...
There's a lot of lawn work going on outside.
Yeah, and they're parked on the HOA complaint side.
Yeah.
So I wonder how that'll
I just pulled up next to him and got out. It's like, you're going to move before me. Well, but depending on the show length, maybe not.
HOA complaint.
Yeah.
The HOA hasn't bothered me, which is great.
No, they haven't bothered me either. It's actually, I think it's what happens is, and I know this is really exciting podcasting stuff, but what I think what happens is the mail trucks can't get to the mailboxes, and then the post office notifies the neighborhood HOA, and then the HOA sends out a nasty gram.
A strongly worded letter.
Yeah. They do that, and they make posts in their Facebook post in the Facebook group, which I'm a part of course, and of course, it's one of my favorite.
Are you a top contributor?
No.
That'd be cool.
Let me see if there's been anything going on over there recently.
HOA is like PTA, right? It's just like
no.
random people who joins to do stuff.
No,
like with time, like parents have time to be in a.
HOAs are actually kind of a problem.
I know they're a problem. I'm just never considered what is it comprised of. I thought it was just like,
my god, dude.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is from 3 days ago. Who's ever parked on both sides of the street, making it impossible for cars to turn?
How do you park on both sides of the street?
Please move
Across
them.
It?
Yeah, like I thought
2 cars.
Yeah.
So really, they're only complaining about one side.
yes, one of the cars is in the wrong.
Yeah, and I think it's Willie Slamo.
Is it really?
I think.
Slammed again.
Slammed again. If anyone is missing a styrofoam tombstone from their yard, it's currently in the grass on the dead end on such and such street. And there's a little picture of the styrofoam tombstone.
Dude.
Helpful helpers.
There's so many people just randomly walking through your neighborhood at any given time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he does.
Yeah.
he walks around and judges people all the time.
Yeah. Would anyone like a puzzle? No missing pieces.
It's like Facebook Marketplace also.
Yeah. Dining room hutch for sale, $150. Used but good condition. We used it in our living room. Great storage, pet free, smoke free. And then there's a little.
Talk about,
Oh, that's a good starter display case for these
Yeah, it's a Nona. Yeah.
talk about virtue signaling.
Free scooters if anyone wants them. 2 electric scooters, both work but can only find one charger. I'll leave them by the side of the house if there's any takers.
That's
So
nice.
we should have a new segment where Bobby just checks.
Yeah, I did not
his
know it was so
community Facebook
fucking
group to see what's
so much shit
happening.
going on in there. If I still had Facebook, I would be in it because I'm in the neighborhood.
Anyone know a good junk removal or metal removal service? Does anyone know or recommend someone who would disassemble and move 2 king-size beds?
You can do that yourself.
I know.
What the fuck?
This guy, he's very active in there. Karen moment incoming.
Oh my god.
I hope this is just a drop point for a return trip on your way back. If not, that's a crappy thing to do. So somebody left a bag of dog shit near a sign. There is no dog poop fairy that magically makes rounds picking these up. Please come get your shit. My granddaughter doesn't need to grab it when walking by.
I mean, or you could just mind your fucking kid.
Somebody just said, I'm the dog food fairy that picks it up.
But the problem with it is like not every single person in the neighborhood is in this, so whoever did it might not even be in there to like
Either
read
that
that
or-
comment.
But they might be in there and they might just laugh,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
But yeah, I have no
fuck
idea.
you, Karen.
Yeah.
How many percentage of the neighborhood is on this fucking website? Oh, on this page.
I can tell you. Hold on, but there's
I
a
can tell you at least one that's not in it.
Me.
yeah, Joey. Here's a serious one. Does anyone have footage of a tractor trailer going through our neighborhood at 5:21 a.m., specifically coming down X Street onto Y Street? They failed their night driving course, leaving 2 deceased mailboxes behind. One of them is mine. If you happen to have caught the driving company name or truck, please DM me. And it's a picture of the wrecked.
I mean, that is an issue.
Yeah, for sure.
But like the way people word things is funny.
Yeah.
But just
And also the way Bobby reads them.
Yes, that too. But it's a. He's got footage. Oh, because ring cam.
That's a tractor trailer.
Yeah, and it's carrying like it's a.
So you
It's
would,
like a tanker.
you would think there's the license plate on that in the. Oh no, you can't see license plate.
No.
Yeah, that doesn't belong here. That is wild.
I bet somebody was going up this road here.
Yeah, they're trying to use it as a cut through.
Yeah. Terrible idea.
Oh, well, obviously.
No, just from driving it in my truck. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, that's about all the super exciting ones. More scooters are given away. I always give Jaina a hard time because he's the only fucking doof that has a scooter with 3 wheels on it.
Jana has one. Mm-hmm. I never seen her ride it.
A weird, weird.
Oh, the
tricooter.
the upside like inverse V guys. I saw a kid.
I think it's
they have-
2 in the front, 1 in the back.
Oh no, that's weird. No, I saw the one where it's like one in the front like a scooter, but like it's like a V, so like you have 1 foot on each side.
Nope. It's like, oh god, she sometimes she her self-awareness is not totally under control. But anyway, Farrell, you passed on your coffee first. Joey, how was your nerd week?
Well, there was
Nerd
stuff,
weekend. How was
yeah,
your
there
nerd
was
weekend?
there was stuff random shit I didn't talk about last night. Or the random things I watched I didn't talk about last night. As well,
Thank God.
fucking tell them now.
All right, that was an episode, guys. Thanks. Tune in next week.
Welcome back to our HOA read through.
Yeah.
We'll come back next week. But I was telling you I was watching Netflix series about this guy who writes novels, and then Netflix picks him up. Apparently, super popular writer, I guess. Remember to write down his name. It's Harlan Coben, which sounds obviously doesn't sound like
Make believe.
Yes. But yeah, he has.
I went to high school
mean,
with Mr. Corbin.
It sounds like a Dutch person. Harlan Corbin.
Yes, it seems like a feat though. Feat with a EA.
To have such a name?
No, to have 11 of your books made into miniseries
Yeah, agreed.
on Netflix. That's like a lot of your work being used.
They are struggling for content, though.
That's true. I wonder if
Are
there's
they?
if they're under some sort of. I wonder if he signed some sort of deal.
I would assume so, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's I like them enough. I like the shows enough to watch more, and they keep making them. So
Good.
One of them is called Missing You.
Like a W, but
No, just
Missing
YOU.
Just YOU.
So, with this, I mean, I can give a summary of these things, but
Yeah.
usually I glean something from it and like a thought,
Yes.
or like a question.
Yes.
So this is a show where a lady detective is in the missing person.
is it a comedy? It's fun. Sounds great.
Maybe make it a 600. We could make it a 600.
Yeah.
Like, cause the pendulum's swinging back the other way, right? So cancel culture is kind of has been on its way out. So
Yeah.
so we probably won't get canceled.
Yeah, it's our year.
Yeah. Now you just get executed.
Oh, right. That I mean,
If you're homeless,
I'd probably rather be executed than canceled. It's probably
Depends.
easier.
Depends.
Probably have a pretty shitty life being like capital C canceled.
Yeah, it's-
where like all your friends fucking talk shit about you and be like, I'm never gonna, like
I think also like just like, I've talked about this a few times, but like being like usually in order to be canceled, you have to be some sort of celebrity. You have to have some level of celebrity, right? And I think any celebrity that's big enough to be canceled, like you can't just go work at Starbucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's too fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, it's like either once you make it in Tinseltown, babe, like you either gotta be in for the long haul or fucking really disappear.
Yeah, I mean, some people just. I mean, some people are smart enough to like just retire. Like,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah, or
smart
make-
enough to,
make
like, I made
investments
enough
and
money.
shit. Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have to do it. But some people are addicted to the fame.
I remember seeing a
And wanna be
billboard.
relevant.
I've talked about it 1,000 times, but it's always somebody's first episode. Going into New York City one time, there was a billboard of Ronnie DeVoe of New Edition and subsequently Belle Biv DeVoe on the side of a Remax sign, like in a suit, like standing in front of a house for sale.
Yeah, real
And
estate agent.
and it said, "We'd like to welcome our new addition to the Remax team."
Nice.
And I was like, "Man, I am not buying a house from Ronnie DeVoe."
or some people are especially buying a house.
Yeah.
So that
I feel like
helps.
that's a pretty small number, though.
Yeah, it's funny though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And then there are people who have like actual careers. They like doing acting. They might have been famous for it, but actually like or getting a degree and then become a fucking scientist somewhere.
yeah, or start businesses.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, it's a lady detective in the missing person unit.
Plausible.
Possible. Her dad was like a department hero. He was a cop who died on the line of duty.
A little nepotism.
Sorry.
And who was best friends with the current captain.
Yeah.
But she's really good at her job.
Yeah.
But what she couldn't figure out is why, after her dad was shot 10 years ago on the line of duty and died, her fiance left in a way that she came home one day and all his stuff was gone. There's no internet presence of him anymore. You can't find him.
Got tired of her shit.
Yeah.
To completely erase your whole.
Well, he knows how good of a detective she is. So
Yeah.
He's got to cover his
Yeah,
tracks.
she couldn't find him, and then
He probably just changed his name.
He put on one of those glasses with the nose.
hey, he works for Superman. Don't forget the mustache.
Yeah.
He probably went from like Bob to Rob. And she's like, I can't find him anywhere. It kind of looks like him, but his name is obviously not Bob anymore.
Oh, the good stuff. Gaucho Marx. That's his name.
We have at least 2 women that listen to the show. We know.
Yeah. Yeah, I figure that they know, that they get it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. If not, maybe we don't have 2 anymore.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But yes.
Just kidding.
So this guy disappears. This is 10 years later. She's a good detective. And her friends are like, you need to go fucking start dating again. And then she goes on this dating app and and then he ran like this Tinder type deal where random profiles pop up and his picture pops up.
With a different name.
Same name. Oh no, maybe different. I don't know. It's just a picture and a profile name. And then she tries to contact him. And then that leads to a huge conspiracy and case about President Impasse.
And he's like, listen, I fucking left you. Can you just leave me alone?
I was talking to Chris about this. I'm like, don't do this.
Say what?
Don't do this. Like, look for someone 10 years later
Yeah.
with your detective skills. Like, if someone did that to you, yes, you're hurt. You would want some closure. This is me speaking.
Yeah.
I would want some closure, but I'm not necessarily owed it. I guess you would think you deserve because
I think you're owed it.
This other person is completely ingrained in your life. Everybody loves them. Your friends, your
Right,
family. You're
right.
about to get married, and then this happens. You like something, and then they didn't take your money or nothing. They weren't scamming
Right.
you. So like something causes it to happen, and initially you probably want to look for them and find some answers. But I feel like after a while you need to let it go.
Maybe he like the whole
Like, if
time he was like, listen, I don't want to say this, but like you don't seem to be that great a detective. And she's like, but I am. I'm really good. And he was like, I bet I could disappear.
Hold my beer.
And you wouldn't find me.
And then he bought that definitely not Rob shirt.
Yeah. And then he just changed his name from
Rob.
Rob to Bob. And she's like,
And
where'd
bought
he
the
go?
shirt. And bought the shirt.
And he was like,
and the Groucho
maybe he's
Marx
just
glass.
trying to help her
Be a better
be a
detective.
better detective.
It's a love story after all.
Yeah.
It is a love story after all. But like, I would think,
And he's like in. This is like years of him being like, she's gonna get there. No.
I'm waiting for her.
Yeah.
But I think that I think you are, if you're in a relationship with someone and you're not like abusive or something like that,
Yeah.
then you are owed an explanation as to someone would just disappear.
Yeah. I would think so.
I think that of course you should get over it, in 10 years, but I think I would probably use my detective skills, which are probably equal.
Yeah.
So Google and ChatGPT.
Yeah. Well, and I look on the back of the photograph of the date.
And you're like, huh.
I mean, you've been looking at a lot of photos
Oh, yeah.
and dating things, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I mean, I figure a person that did that to you don't want to be fucking talked to. Don't want to talk to you.
No, I agree.
So yeah. But the real thing that bothered me watching the show was this a trope in general, not of this show, but just reminds me, that irks me, is that like people who are fighting back against an aggressor and then not finishing the job. You see this often in TV shows and movies, even in Scream from 30 years ago, right? So someone's coming after you, you are able to knock him down or even fucking kick him in the face and put him down. And instead of finishing the job, you continue to run away and then like lose your upper hand.
Oh, so you want them to just kill them?
Or really incapacitate them, right? So, like, if someone's attacking you, you fucking knock them down. Someone's chasing after you. They caught up to you. You knock them down. Why wouldn't you just, like, start stomping on them or something? Or anything.
Yeah.
Instead of running. I just noticed these tropes. I'm like, well, I understand if you're overpowered, right? And you can't fight. And you're just trying to get away. But if you got the upper hand, why would you not continue?
Well, I mean, just like in the
It seems to not make sense.
what was it, the pit viper in Game of Thrones? Like he had him on the ground. He thought that whole like, you raped her, you killed her, like say her name, and then he just
Martha. No, that's a different movie.
reaches out, trips him, gets on top of him, smashes his fucking head. Right? So maybe like you're worried that you won't be able to finish the job. So now that you've got a little bit more of a head start, you're going to get away.
Yeah. I love one of my new favorite tropes and shit.
Oh, good tropes.
Well, no, it's not. It's also silly, but like I understand they have to do it. Is getting rid of the cell phones.
Yes, finding a way why the cell phones don't work.
It's either like somebody like pulls the phone out and is like, I have no service. Do you have service? But they have to like establish that now phones are out of play.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Like every horror movie has to have that.
Yeah, because like it's such a problem solver. Like having a phone on you now, it's capable of solving so many problems that you have to like get rid of it in order to like escalate drama a lot of times and conflict, because otherwise you could just solve it with a quick search.
Yeah, especially with like service now. Like back in the day, like you have spotty service all like
Yeah.
but like you have service in the fucking middle of the mountains now.
Yeah, you're like, I'm lost. It's like, well, no, you don't have to be.
I think it'd be cool if somebody changed the font, like the language on your phone, Chinese or something, and that's how they disabled.
But
Like-
wouldn't work on me then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there'd be certain people with privilege.
Well, but I'm saying, like, okay, so
yes.
and in your case, it would be a different language that you can't understand, but that
Australian.
I think they do English. But like you bring up your keyboard to like type like where am I in like the Google search, and it's just random characters that you don't understand. You're like,
Little bird cages,
yeah.
Hieroglyphics.
hieroglyphics.
Oh yeah, they could change it to a dead language like Sanskrit,
Yeah.
and then you'd be fucked, Joey.
Latin.
Actually, you might know a little bit of that from your medical training.
Oh, if only the medical parts, which would not help.
You're like,
Acetaminophen.
inflamed,
Yes.
inflamed.
It's like when we read like European papers and you're like, I know that word. It's
Yeah,
like earlier, you're like, I can see that. That's a U.S. Army right
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
So that's that show. Again, these are like a lot of these are murder mysteries or just mysteries in general. Crimes, I like them.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, like it keeps you engaged enough as long as the acting is good and the story is not way too fucking left field.
Yeah.
Another one I watched was called I don't think this is a Harlan Corbin one. Perfect Couple.
Okay.
Also on Netflix. It's got Leif Schreiber and Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
Which is I like them both. They are rich socialites on Nantucket. This is a whole show that takes place on Nantucket Island, the super rich people thing next to Cape Cod.
Yeah.
In Massachusetts.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, which I found out was named that was a Native American or indigenous tribe.
Nantucket?
Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts.
Did you hear about the man from Nantucket?
Yes, I did.
That sounds familiar.
That there once was a man from Nantucket whose dick was so long he could suck it. He said with a grin and some cum on his chin, "If my mouth were a cunt, I could fuck it."
I don't think that's how that went. I don't think that's a version I heard.
So my grandfather taught me that back in like 1992.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Is there no other version
That's
of
the
this?
only one I know.
Why would I feel like that's not right?
But they spoke. I think their language as well was called Massachusetts. Like they were the Massachusetts people, and they spoke Massachusetts.
Makes sense.
And it was like, where's the car? Wicked funny.
What if you could go back in time to like the 1850s and you go into Massachusetts and they're like, "This is wicked funny."
Yeah, they like always spoke like that through time immemorial.
Never stopped.
But I mean, car,
Car.
it wasn't a thing.
No.
Isn't car just short for like carriage?
Yeah, but how do you?
I never knew that.
I-
Makes perfect sense.
I mean, I'm not. I don't know that for a fact, but I just assumed that's what that was.
I mean, because it wasn't automobile,
Yeah. It's not certainly not short for automobile.
right?
I mean, it technically is.
So like what they said, I get in the carriage and bring the pot of porridge.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
Yeah.
don't know.
but
think
somehow now it's like a bunch of rich people there. Yeah, Nantucket. There's Martha's Vineyard.
Yep. That's also up there.
There's a lot of Martha's today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these are rich people.
A lot of Madisons today,
Madison
I feel like.
Square Garden.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
That too. But also just being named. There's like Aidens and Madisons.
Oh, that's like
Yeah.
That's the
Oh yeah, you get
the
this,
popular names of the day.
like when you go to like softball practice.
Yeah. Or like the
Common name of
kids in
15
school in
years
their
ago.
class.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's Madison A and Madison Q
Yes.
and
Aiden and Jaden and Maiden.
yeah, and Logan.
Logan.
Lots of Logan.
Oh yeah, one of my job sites has at times have 3 Ericas at the same time. It gets fucking confusing. Rich couple, bunch of kids.
Uh-huh.
One of them's getting married.
Okay.
To a normie.
Okay.
Like she's coming from not a rich family.
Humble beginnings.
So
Yes.
she's hot as shit.
She got big old titties.
Yeah.
She's nice. The guy seems nice too. And they're having
Because she's about to get paid.
Yeah.
they're having a well yeah it's alluded that because like her mom has cancer and like perhaps she is not trying to use him, maybe she likes him, but she's like trying to get married and then have her mom taken care of at the same time. 2 birds with one stone kind of thing.
Yeah, must be a good mom. I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
And her best friend came to be the maid of honor, and then
Stole the forks and everything.
nope, just fuck the dad.
Oh hell yeah!
Just fuck Leif Schreiber. Leif Schreiber is like the DILF apparently. He's the rich guy who everyone wants to fuck, and he's just like a show dude.
Good for him.
That's nice.
Yeah. And Nicole Kidman's his wife. But the next morning after the rehearsal dinner, the best friends washes up on shore and kind of ruins the wedding. And a bunch of mysteries
Unfold.
unfold.
But Nicole Kidman did it.
No, I don't think so.
Not spoiler.
Yeah. You think? I mean, everyone becomes a suspect on these murder mystery things. It's like only 6 episodes, but obviously, rich, powerful people getting rid of people seems to be a thing.
You ever seen Eyes Wide Shut?
A long time ago when it came out in 2001 or something.
I want to watch it again. Like, there's this whole thing about that one, like as to whether or not like that party ever happened. Like,
or if he's just hallucinating.
yeah, or if it's like a metaphor. It's a whole.
Yeah, recently I pulled the password out of my ass.
Yeah. It might have been what got me thinking about that movie, but I haven't seen it in forever.
You trying your email password finally?
The password to get into the party.
Oh, okay.
You did pull it out of your ass.
Yeah. What's the name of this? Is there any TNA in this?
No.
No.
There's not much TNA most shows I watch. If I want TNA, just watch porn.
Yeah.
Like as an adult, I find it distracting sometimes.
No,
like when as a kid, I like TNA in my movies. Now I'm just like,
yeah,
it's taking me out of it.
Every once in a while, I just like to do a little peek.
Depends on the movie, I guess. Like if it's supposed to be a titillating movie, or like just some like mindless fucking fun. Like in a fucking over the top action movies, tits and ass would be a welcomed addition.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But like in like a serious drama, sometimes they have these love scenes and I'm just like, you're fucking up the pace.
But like, you could just be like, open a door and be like, oh, sorry, they're changing.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay.
Watch season 2 of Cheong Song's Creature. This was a show I watched season 1 a couple years ago.
Chong Songs.
That sounds exactly it.
Okay.
You say it better than me.
Just making sure. I'm reading the tea leaves right on that one.
Man, my problem was still distracting to me today as it was back then. Is that it's spelled whatever you said. How do you think it's the first 2 letters would be for that for that word?
CH.
Right. Any other possibility?
TSC.
Right. That would be great.
Right.
GY.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
Right?
I don't like that shit.
I get it.
You get it?
Of course not.
I don't like that shit.
Not only because apparently I stopped the whole fucking thing to talk to Chris about it because she's more technically Korean and she knows of these things.
Is it a Korean thing?
It's kind of.
Okay.
So in Korean, there's a lot of different languages, different sounds you can't necessarily spell.
Yes.
With English.
Yeah. But I feel like some languages try better than others. She says there are 3 things in Korean that sound similar. So they get spelled with J, which in the show, like, this is the name of a city. In the show, on the truck, that word is spelled with a J. But the title of the show is spelled with a GY.
Okay.
But then she was like, yeah, it could be either. But I'm like, but GY doesn't sound like that. And she's like, oh, if G before Y sounds like K. I'm like, why are they trying to be English by doing this fucked up thing?
What's even more fucked up is if like you get your pussy looked at, it's China colleges.
I think there's a person who studies China.
I just think that
like Egyptologist.
Somebody got tired of getting G's and Y's in Scrabble and not
But yes, I still enjoyed it. It's very different. It's very different season 2 than season 1, and I kind of like it when shows and movies are like that. So season 1 takes place in World War II. Japan's occupy Korea, and then in this one town, Cheongsong, there's a hospital in which they're doing human experimentation, and monster was made. And they were kidnapping Koreans from town and then torturing them and whatever. At the end of the season 1, they solved that issue.
Was this the
Monster's
Disney
gone.
movie?
Yes. But season 2 takes place today, like 70 years later, and the same 2 main characters are still in it, and you find out why. But it's like an action sci-fi. It's like Resident Evil. So like there are a lot of monsters, and then there's action sequences. There's still like mysteries and stuff, but there's like big laboratories and crazy shit. And I'm like, oh, this is a completely different show, and I like it. But so if you're into that kind of show, sci-fi creatures type show,
Chung Song.
it's good.
Yeah,
Chung Song.
Chung Song.
Chung Song with a GY though. Don't-
Yeah.
don't- like
That's how I said it.
this with a GY.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
I just
Yeah,
Better than me.
what I say.
Not. I thought it was Yang Song, but you know,
young. That's what I would. That's what I would have
if
gone
you,
with.
if you looked at it, right?
Yeah.
Chung.
Yeah, but it's like CH or TS or
Yeah.
TC even.
Yeah.
Eric Bana in Untamed is good.
Okay.
Another miniseries of murder mystery. He's a ranger at Yellowstone,
It's a national.
Yosemite. One of them.
Yosemite.
Yes.
Oh.
There's a lot of different ways to pronounce English things. It's fucked up. Dead body was found, obviously.
He's what?
A dead body was found.
Oh, dead body was.
Well, it sure starts with people rock climbing up the. Apparently, there's a huge peak
Okay.
in this park.
I'll buy it.
And then as they were climbing, a fucking body falls on them and almost fucks them up. And then Eric Bana, being the Lone Ranger, has to solve the case. And it's interesting. Also,
Yeah.
it shows like that you can't really police, which I understand. You can't police a national park or like parks, and like it doesn't belong to anybody, but also belongs to everybody, because there, at one point in the show, there's like a huge camp of misfits from society, and then his trainee is like, you just let them be here? It's like, yeah, if you kick them off of here, they're just gonna show up over there. This place is fucking miles and miles
Right,
wide,
right,
and we're in the mountains in the woods. What do you want me to do? I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like drug trafficking, human trafficking, all that stuff takes place there. And I'm just like, yeah, I think that party seems realistic. That would be how it is in real life, and that's why you should just stay on the trails or stay on the main parts where they tell you to stay.
Yeah.
and then you don't get fucked up. Sometimes I just think like people fucks around and find out. Not like they deserve it. Like people, isn't there a certain amount of people falls off the Grand Canyon every fucking year?
I'm sure.
Like, I'm sure there are accidents, and not to victim blame, but some of them are probably like, let me go look over here.
Yeah. I don't like being anywhere near like, and it's like,
Most people don't.
yeah, like I'm like, man, I'll stand a good. I want to stand so far back that if I do fall, I'm still fine.
You just fall on the ground.
Yeah.
So I got sent the video yesterday. People were hiking up a mountain, but it's like snow climbing, right? So a lot of ice, super cold, super high up. And for some
Like
reason,
Himalayas type deal?
I think higher than that.
Oh.
Well, no, not really. That'd be hard.
Not Everest.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Yeah. So, but this person who was, paid for the tour guide, so they're not in charge of it, like unclipped their safety line and then tripped and then slid down the ice mountain 5.8 kilometers to their death.
Oh.
And like people are like connected
Yeah.
by the lifeline, and then she trips, and it takes an awkward amount of time for her to not be visible or heard, and people just have to stand there and watch.
There's nothing you can do about
Literally
that.
Nothing you can do.
Where was this? I mean, this is real life.
Oh yeah.
And was it recently?
I have no idea, but somebody sent me the video of it yesterday.
I got a lot of this stuff on my Instagram. There's a lot of
Fucked up.
actual deaths and people getting maimed aloud on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's not AI.
Right.
Here, I'll
Yeah.
send it in the group.
I've seen a lot of people die on Instagram lately.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
But it's
But like,
5.8 kilometer high mountain.
and it's like, even if they didn't die at the end, they're going to die by being exposure because no one can fucking rescue them.
The body has not yet been recovered.
I don't think it's gonna be. So
Oh my
like,
god. Oh, and they just have to like
Stand there.
there's
Stand
nothing
there.
they can do.
Listen.
But like, she unclipped
She unclipped and she didn't have an ice axe.
for we don't know for what reason.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I feel bad for them, but like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Wow. That's fucking horrific.
Yeah.
Yep. And the last show I watched, which is actually a really good one, and it was hyped up last year, and of course I didn't watch it till this year, Three Body Problem. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
But it was a sci-fi based on a novel from a Chinese dude or Hong Kong dude. I'm not sure.
And this is separate from the actual three-body problem, right? Like in astrophysics.
No, it's not separated from the it is related. The three-body problem of not being able to predict what happens when you have three
interesting.
bodies in space.
So I thought it was about three.
What is the 3-body problem?
So like when you have like a single,
Explain it to me like I'm stupid.
yeah, when you have a single star,
I think it already is.
right, a single thing that other things are orbiting around,
Like our sun.
right, like our sun. It's easy to predict how things will be moving.
That's how we found a planet that we didn't know we had one.
Right.
By predicting that there should be one there.
Right. So when you have a three-body, so a three-body problem, if I'm remembering it correctly, is like a binary star system.
No, the binary would be two. Like you can, if you have two stars, which is normal,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which is actually a lot of binary stars out there, two stars with two gravity pulls, you can still predict everything that's going
But
on.
the third star
Yeah.
added in there devolves into chaos.
Yeah, and you cannot.
You can't predict it.
As far as our science and math that we have,
Even supercomputers haven't been able to.
they cannot predict what's going to happen. So it's yeah,
Just within 3 stars being within a certain proximity to one another?
yeah, being a
Something
system.
orbiting around 3 stars. So 3 separate gravitational pools.
Right.
Just
You-
goes
you-
off
yeah.
the deep end into.
Like you can predict when the Earth is going to be where around one sun. You can predict a planet around 2 suns. Like if it's making a figure eight for
Right.
3,000 years, and then it will do one circle, and for another 1,000 years, and then the other circle. But you have 3 stars, you cannot know what's going to happen if you throw a planet in there.
Interesting.
they like have computer models where they set it up and then they try to say like, okay, based on this, and even the computer model just takes it into just
Random,
chaos.
it's unpredictable. Yeah, it's
Maybe that is the answer.
Maybe.
yeah. I mean, yes, but like we don't necessarily like that because
It's unpredictable.
it's unpredictable. Because usually, even
trust the math.
Even things don't make sense from a science point of view. Even things don't make sense. You can predict why or when or what, even if you don't understand why. Like you know,
Right,
you
right.
know. For something to be completely unpredictable, it's not like a thing in science.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this except for this, what does show even? But it brings up a lot of it makes me question a lot of my own like stances and beliefs and things.
How so?
So this is not spoiling. You're probably not going to watch it. You might, and I think most people who would watch it have already watched it. So how did this show even?
You should prove him wrong, Bobby.
So it starts off with based around a group of friends who are scientists in different fields. They went to school together, I think, MIT or some shit like that. So it starts off with one of the scientists starting to doing a shutdown sequence on a particle accelerator. They're retiring it. They're like, this doesn't make sense. Every data they've gotten from a particle accelerator, which should be predictable, is coming out random. Like they smash 2 things together and things coming out of it doesn't make any more fucking sense. And they're like, our science is wrong. This doesn't make sense. And then one of the people who were there, his friend, just fucking jumped into it and killed herself.
It's not a 3-body problem anymore. It's only 2.
Yeah, it wasn't one. It was 2 bodies, and that was just one.
It's even easier to predict.
Yes. So it was tragedy. The rest of the friends get together to mourn, and then really weird things that can't be explained by science happen. Like this one lady starts seeing numbers. Wherever she looks, she sees like a countdown.
That'd be terrible for you.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm already want to die.
You already see it. And so she thinks she's going crazy. This detective is actually looking through cases where scientists around the world have been killing themselves. And some of them have been writing notes about how they're seeing a countdown in their vision. And so they want to look into it. And this lady's going crazy because she's like, I know I'm going crazy because I know this can't be real. And she goes, and this other girl was like, "Come talk to me, and I'll tell you the answer." And then somehow all the stars,
A line.
no, went dark,
Oh.
and the entire world sees it. All the stars the scar is pitch black.
Somebody just turned the
So
lights
she turned the lights off, and then back on, and then blinks, and then went back to normal. Everybody sees, and the whole world talked about this the next day, but no video recording equipment recorded it. Like the Hubble telescope, the fucking any cameras that was on, no one caught it on camera because. So they were like, "Well, this didn't happen, but it happened to every fucking person. Every person on Earth
What
saw
did the
this.
camera show?
Normal, regular
Just
sky.
normal?
Yeah. And separately, when they're looking through this dead girl stuff, their friend, they found this like helmet-looking thing, silver like visor-looking thing, no screens or nothing. One person put it on, and they transported to a VR world where if everything feels real. This is like obviously technology outside of realm of possibility. And
I don't know. I saw The Matrix.
right, it's like that, except like it's just a silver thing you put on. There's no plugs, there's no screens, and nothing. You just get put into this other world.
Fuck in there?
I think so,
Oh, that's all.
but it's like it works like a game. But I mean, eventually, obviously, it's got to be aliens.
Wow.
So you find out, skipping all the hows and whys, you find out they are aliens coming. They're gonna get here in
Yeah, they are.
they're gonna get here in 400 years.
Oh, that's not our problem.
Exactly. A lot of people are doing that,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are like, let's pull the entire world's resources together to get a mission together to like do something about this.
What if they come down and they're like really awesome?
No, they're coming to conquer.
Yeah, so I read. No, I didn't. I watched this thing, and it was this guy talking about it. You know, smart guy, like scientist or whatever, and he was like, the technology that it would take for an alien species to get here, as we understand what creates life, like a carbon-based life, because if it was something else, then that could potentially change the parameters. But
Like a silicon based?
they would be so sophisticated and beyond us
That it wouldn't be tough at all.
They wouldn't value what we think of as life.
Right.
They wouldn't value us, our thoughts.
Yeah.
They wouldn't, and we wouldn't pose any resistance.
Yeah.
Like people who think they're fighting against aliens are dumb. If they can get here, there's no fighting them.
Yeah, they're too far ahead of us.
Yeah, like we can't even begin to try to go to where they are.
Right.
God, that'd be great.
What? Aliens?
And that way to end it.
Yeah. That'd be great. Maybe tomorrow.
But yeah, so they come in 400 years. People are doing it. Of course, there's cult starting, religion's going crazy, and you find out like all because of this one Chinese lady called them to come.
It was next to like a meat market that served bat meat.
No, it's a secret fucking radar dish that China made.
Oh,
So like this was back in the day, long time ago, and they made a giant radar dish because they want to talk to aliens because of during the time of space race. Well, we can't get the space race. We'll be first people to talk to the fucking aliens or whatever. the fuck. So this one lady who's actually like an indentured servitude scientist working on this radar dish. And one night she got a message back saying, "Hey, you're lucky. I received your message. You don't answer this. You don't broadcast again because my people will come and take over your world." And then she was a bitter or some shit. She's like, "No, we welcome you. Come save us. We can't save ourselves." And then fast forward to today. That's why they're coming.
What if her voice was just that annoying?
Yeah, right.
You're like,
nah.
we just got to shut this shit off. Like, get the battleship, get it gassed up. We're going over there and turning off that fucking radar, that radio signal, because it's just annoying.
Yeah.
What? How did it end?
Whoa.
Well, season one end with
Oh, it's a show. I got you.
a mission. What we think there could be more. I think they announced more because this is like first of 3 books. I think each season is going to take place with one of the books, but it throws a lot of morality questions at the viewer of what's right and wrong, and some of the answers that I thought I knew I had to like question again, which is interesting. It's like
Like how?
so one of the things they're going to try and do is put a human brain in it's like a spacecraft that can get there, so that they can
Just a brain?
just the brain, because
Just like open
Because-
the door, chuck the brain in, close the
well,
door, hit
like
the button?
they can only have so much weight. Like in order to make this ship go to where they are to meet them, like even halfway, they can only have like
You
3
imagine
pounds.
the alien like open up and be like, ugh, that fucking smell.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, this is it's hard to say. There's so much more to it than that. But yes, so they've were like, well, we'll find a terminally ill person who is willing to die for this cause, and of course, that person's like friends like no, but the person's like, yeah, why not? I'm going to die anyway. So like, yeah, it brings in a lot of question like, what's for the greater good? Like, what's okay or not okay to die? Should you let someone die? There's one of the many things of morality that comes into question, and I'm always like, well, people can't solve their own problem. We obviously can't, right? So I wait for the AI overlord. So this Chinese lady was like, well, we same line of
send
thought.
her
We can't take care of ourselves. Oh, well, the aliens can. Aliens can come and either unite us or fucking they can enslave us and put us all in order.
Did you see that they selected, or they might have selected somebody to go to Mars?
Did they really though? They've been talking about it for forever.
Some
Matt Damon,
That was yes.
I believe,
I believe.
is who they chose.
So I saw some post about it. Some, like it, and of course it's like on social media. So it's like some, attractive 20-something-year-old, smart woman, and then it's just a bunch of dudes commenting like, "Does she need somebody to go with her?" But I mean, it is interesting because it's like,
You're gonna die. Out
Yeah,
there
you're not
by
coming
yourself.
back.
You're just not coming back. So like, why? If someone wants to do that, why can't we let them? But also like,
Why do they want to do that?
somebody got to go first.
yeah, they think that they're going to set up some sort of
Outpost.
outpost
Yeah.
there, and that we might eventually be able to get more ships there with more people and resources, and then once they're there, they'll be able to figure out,
Way to go back and forth eventually.
is there some sort of fuel source on the planet that they can use to then come back? Because it wouldn't be possible to put enough fuel on it to get there, land in some way that makes the rocket reusable and enough fuel to then get back.
What a world!
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people understand. Like, I'm for science, so I like that's. I'm for that kind of stuff. But I didn't used to understand, but I do understand now when people are like, "Why? Oh, what's the point?" Like,
I mean, you put me with enough vape juice, a Coke Zero, and a good internet connection.
No booze.
Oh yeah, we need booze.
Yeah. Pizza supplies.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not going to work out.
yeah, no, it's not great out there. So like you can understand why you don't believe someone when they say they want to go. Even like a person who really says I will go do this. I'm like, I don't think you understand what you're getting yourself into until you get there. Like solitude is like a human's like worst enemy. That's why
Yeah.
solitude
Yeah.
time is like a cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm interested in seeing season 2. I like the show a lot because I like sci-fi, and this is kind of grounded in reality, and the fact that the aliens are coming, they're gonna get here in 400 years is a new concept. Because like they have really fast travel, but it's only so fast.
Right.
Because they're still bound within the laws of the universe. The next topic. I like Litos. I don't know. I think you're crazy. I've eaten Litos because of the flu clinic. There's a Litos close by, so we've been getting Litos once a week. I like it.
I don't think it's weird to like it.
You hate it.
I think it's weird to like it and also think it's pizza.
It is. Why? It's got the crust. It's got the sauce. It's got the cheese, and then it's got toppings.
Okay. So what constitutes a taco?
It's got the tortilla. It's got cheese, and then some kind of protein, and then you wrap that bitch up.
And what constitutes nachos?
nacho cheese
That's a component for sure.
and chips, corn chips. I guess specifically,
like a corn tortilla,
yeah.
and usually a protein.
Nachos? Yeah, you can put meat on that bitch.
You know, so but it's not a taco.
I'm the wrong person to talk to about that because I think all of that genre. I don't want to say specific country because I don't know. Maybe Tex-Mex. All of the genre of food is exactly the same food,
but like
and made in different orders.
I've never had. I've had a lot of different pizza from a lot of different places.
Yes,
and I've had good pizza. I've had bad pizza, and I've had, as one would suspect, an alarming amount of fine pizza. I have never had any pizza, from the good to the bad to the fine, taste like what Lido's tastes like. To me, it doesn't even taste like pizza.
I had 7-Eleven pizza today.
How's that?
Fine.
I think it's fine too.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I don't know if I've ever had it, actually.
I mean,
I just always assumed.
minimally speaking, the only thing that could possibly be different is the sauce, because it's pizza dough. It's mozzarella. What kind of cheese is it?
I mean, the dough can be usually mozzarella. I mean, but
Yeah.
I mean, you can mix some other stuff in there.
Yeah,
too.
but like it's pizza cheese.
Yeah, but like
dough and pepperoni.
the dough can make a big difference too.
Yeah, I don't think Lido's is regular pizza dough.
But like,
It's like cracker thin, and it's airy, and
but there's thin crust pizzas out there.
Yeah,
but it's not like
It's
this.
not
This is
like
almost
this.
like a wafer.
Do you not like Lido's pizza either?
I would prefer not to eat it.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it. I actively like it.
you should move to Delaware.
Is that where they're from?
I think so.
I
I think it's like Delaware style pizza. I believe.
And I think that's where Bobby's trying to get all the Lidos to go.
Yeah, get all of them sent back.
Delaware does have White Castle, and we don't. And I do like White Castle a lot. Also,
You know what? I'm not a fan either. And I
you
would
just don't like Delaware.
maybe. I find the bridge to be a nice drive, the Delaware Memorial Bridge. But like I think that like the fucking, what are we just talking about?
Pizza.
No, this other
White
thing.
Castle?
White Castle. So I had it one time in my life. I was at actually I had it with Adam. I was at BotCon in 2008, and it was in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I can't remember if we had made it to Cincinnati, Ohio already, or if we were like close, but the Kentucky line was very close, and there was a White Castle.
Some would say too close.
Yeah, probably. But there was a White Castle right on the other side of the state line, and I had never had it before, and I don't know if Adam had either, and we went over there and had it, and looking at it, I thought it was going to be right up my alley, because I like a little like slider
yeah.
burger.
Yeah.
But there was something about the texture of that meat, so to speak, that was specific and unique and not for me.
Do you
remember when Burger King had the sliders?
I do.
They were great. That was right up my alley.
So I mean, so you do like fast food?
I just don't eat it.
Yeah, but you like McDonald's, fine.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
three.
But you know what I like with a Big Mac?
What?
I like a sloppy Big Mac.
Oh, you like to shake it up?
I shake it up in the box.
Which is weird to me because you don't normally like your food mixed
I know.
up like that.
I know. I'm guessing that I had it when I was young at some point, and it probably came home in a car and got jostled around, and that was just the way that I encountered it. And
So hungry, and it was so good.
yeah,
It's just like ingrained in your brain.
Yeah.
You don't want anything else in your life mixed.
as good as McDonald's. You know the Eddie Murphy bit. She was like, "Can we stop McDonald's?" Like, "Now when we get home, I'll make you a hamburger." I want McDonald's. It's gonna be better than McDonald's. Better than McDonald's.
But yeah, to me, like I don't think the texture in my mind that the texture is not that much different. But I could be wrong. You're the super taster.
Super taster. Yeah, it's a cross I have to bear.
I like the fact that you can get a bunch of different flavors. Like you can get a 4-pack of sliders, but they all have different toppings.
It's funny.
that kind of stuff.
Speaking of, I like the gimmick of it. I like every. It's similar to Griselda for me, where I like everything about the.
What is that?
Griselda is a rap label.
Oh, okay.
I like everything about them. I like the image. I like the vibe. I like their cover art. I like the way they dress. They have like a particular style. I like everything about the ensemble of how they put everything together, except their music. I don't like their music.
The one thing that counts.
Yeah,
Because you rather like a music, but hate everything else about the artist, how they dressed and their label. Yeah.
Yes, but on Vice.
walk, the way
talk. Yeah. On the contrary, I find everything about White Castle, like the marketing, the branding, the aesthetic, like the whole, like the gimmick elements of it, to be tip top.
They have a whole movie.
Yeah, but
The movie was great.
yeah, I enjoyed the movie as well. I actually I like the second one more than I think I should.
I don't think I've seen the second
I
one.
think it's Harold and Kumar Return to White Castle.
Oh, shit, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it. It's right in the same pocket, but I think it was actually arguably better than the first one. But anyway, I like the gimmick of all the different shit you can do it, but I just don't like the texture of that meat, so to speak.
Quote unquote meat.
It's off-putting to me.
everybody knows the most important part of a slider is the texture of the meat.
It is one of the important parts because sometimes meat can be like mushy. I don't like it.
Slight bend to it, circumstance.
It's also possible that I got much like Gremlins 2, that I got a bad batch.
That's true because not all stores in the franchise are the same. There are better, like our McDonald's is great. There are McDonald's that aren't so great. They're like always.
Our Domino's is great.
Our Domino's is fucking great.
And there are many Domino's that are not great.
Yes.
But our Domino's is fucking tip top. Yeah.
Consistent. Like I order on my app, I drive there, it's ready, and I come home, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't get delivery.
It's like, it's never overcooked. It's never dry. It's like that's the problem I tend to have with Domino's is it's often I find it to be dry. Never. It's very, very consistently good.
Yeah. A couple more things. My parents retired.
Yeah.
Like, did I tell you they went Dominican Republic?
No, but I love
like,
that.
Like 2 weeks ago, they randomly, mom texted me one day, said, I'm going to the Dominican Republic. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you had a planned trip. She's like, nope, I didn't have a planned trip.
What are your parents' first names?
Yeah, this has to have come up before.
I don't think so.
My father's name is Joe.
Okay.
My mother's name
is how's it spelled?
Go ahead.
Gyoe.
Joe.
TSC.
No, same as mine. So my father's Joe. His father is Joseph. His father's Joseph, and his father's Joseph. That's as far back as I know. It might go back further than that.
And your mother?
Not related to my father.
Good.
As far as I know.
That's good.
Her name is Josephine.
Is it really?
Goes by Josie.
How?
And her brother. Her brother.
Joe. Do you?
Joe is not a common English name in Hong Kong. Everyone in Hong Kong, back in the day at least, I don't know if they do now, is born with an English name. People are like, what's your real name? Like, Joe is my real name. Joseph is on my birth certificate. Like, we were under the white man, so we got white man names.
I wash your dishes for you, Mr. White Man.
Yes. Yeah, but it's not that common.
That's from Bruce Lee the Dragon story where he's like
Yes.
having that meltdown.
Yeah, but like it's not like everyone is named Joe in Hong Kong or something. It just happened that way.
Well, but do you have a Chinese name as well?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about this.
Yes.
Yes.
So what is their Chinese names? Do they have Chinese names as well too?
They have Chinese name.
What is their Chinese name?
You want to say it in like the English spelling or like in my language?
Let's have both. You're like Joe is one, and
Hanho
okay,
is my father,
okay,
and Mankun is my mom.
okay.
But in Chinese, her name would be Zhao Manyun.
Okay.
I cannot really spell that with the inflection, and my father's Wang Hanho.
Okay.
So it's just same with my name in English is Yuchim, but in my language, Yuchim. It might sound the same to you, but they're not the same.
Right. How does that work? So you said Joseph is on your birth certificate.
So our names, yeah, we have it's dual language birth certificate.
Okay.
So in English, my name is Joseph Yuchim Wang. Yuchim being hyphenated because usually our Chinese people, you're going to see the middle names are hyphenated because it's usually 2 syllables. But in the Chinese name is reversed. So your surname Wang would be goes first, and then my middle name Joseph is dropped.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So, but I don't know how we got here. But my parents.
Yeah, your parents retired and went to DR.
Yeah. So like, I was I didn't know you had planned trips. I said, no, I just want to go travel.
That's awesome.
I found a good deal. And they said, if you leave in 2 days, you have a good deal to go to the Dominican Republic. I'm going to go.
That's awesome.
I'm so happy for them.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me happy that they're fucking living good.
Yeah, kicking their feet up, you know?
Like
they've
it's
earned it.
about fucking time.
Yeah, I love that for them.
And I had lunch with them the other day, and
In the Dominican?
no, they came back.
It was
They
here.
just went for a week.
But
came
they
back.
did eat seafood off of naked people, like Showdown in Little Tokyo.
That's in Japan.
Yeah. What did I say?
I had lunch with them the other day, and then like they know like of this. They know Bobby. They know that I'm a friend named Bobby. They know I have a podcast. But like that's the extent of it. Because they will ask me, "Oh, you want to go to lunch or are you podcasting?" You know, I do that. Once
That's
a week.
so funny.
Yeah, it's funny, but they don't listen to stuff like that. It's
Thank God.
like not on them. But what that was asking was like, "What are you guys talking about?" Maybe I want to listen. I'm like, "Well, you're not really interested in like toys and shit." And then I was thinking to myself, in my head, I don't want to get any deeper into this because I don't want them to listen. Not because of shame. Like I don't care.
Right.
Like I cuss around my parents. I talk really real. I like there are things I don't talk about because the subjects don't come up.
Right.
But I talk just like this to my parents. We have a good relationship now. But like, I don't think they would recognize me. I don't think
Recognize you again or recognize you on here?
if they listened.
If they listen, would they recognize you again? Like, I guess what I'm asking is,
Would it change their perspective of you?
correct.
I don't know if it would change their perspective or expand the perspective. I think there's just so much about me that they don't really know. Like, I don't think they know a lot of what I think and feel.
Like the butt stuff?
Like the butt stuff. Well, like, they probably know I'm a perv. Like, they found, like, my mom found panties in my nightstand when I was a teenager.
Nice.
She's like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Girls' panties." Snatch it back.
And you're like, I'm going through a phase. They make me feel pretty.
It definitely weren't mine, but yes.
Joey, we might be the same person. Because my mother also found.
Girl panties.
Yeah.
We are. We're so much. But like, yeah, and I've always had girls.
What's my China?
Since like, I know it's weird. I was like a super outcast, nerd, made fun of, bully kind of guy into like a relatively popular person in a very short amount of time. Since the switch, I've not had gone long without some kind of girl by my side, whether in a serious or not fashion. But anyway, so like my parents have seen girls revolving door in my life back in the day. So like they I don't think that would surprise them. But like it's the deeper stuff. I don't think they would recognize me. Like not as my voice or whatever. I don't think they understand who I am, I think.
Oh, well, that I can relate to. I mean, dude, my dad knows all of this shit like is going on, kind of has a rough understanding of it. He would never be bothered. Like he would never give a shit, you know? And like, and he doesn't really, honestly, he doesn't really care to know too much more about me. Like in general, like he's kind of like, I know enough.
Well, Bob, sounds like you're living your life.
Yep. Like he's just like, I don't really give a shit. He doesn't really care. Like when they're around us, they don't try to ask about us. Like, let alone my kids. You know what I mean?
What you've been doing.
Yeah, like what are you up to? Like what fucking, get your heart beating every morning and like, just regular shit. Like, like you drink coffee now? Like when the fuck did you start doing that? You know what I mean? Like whatever. Like they never.
It's like how when people ask me how my weekend was and I don't ask them back.
Yeah, they just talk a lot about themselves. My dad doesn't really talk much at all anymore because he has really bad hearing and he has too much pride or I don't know, misplaced dignity.
Say again?
To like get a hearing aid or say what 1,000 times.
The conversation allows him to avoid the
shame.
Yeah.
So it's just really Joan, and then Joan just talks about what she's got going on, So like we usually sit and listen to what's going on in Joan's life, which is fine. But it's like, but it's also been that way when my dad's hearing was fine. You know, like he just
Maybe he's just happier now that he can't hear shit.
maybe
Here's the excuse.
he's just not bothered. Like he doesn't give a shit. Like he's interested in Jaina's point of view from time to time. I would say, but like that's about it. You know, like
I don't know how what's a quote unquote normal parents are like.
yeah.
I mean, I guess my parents are pretty normal.
It's such a weird spectrum of.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, like that's a hard question to, like, normal. Like,
Because like I think my parents would care, but I think my parents would be concerned. I don't. They knew 20 some odd years ago I had meant. Well, they knew I was fucking committed.
Right.
Obviously, they knew I was in pad room.
Right.
Like it's been a long time, and I'd keep that part away from them for the most part. So I don't know if they know I have issues at all. I think they think I'm adjusted since then.
or do they see what you've become and what you've made of yourself and say, we're just trusting that he is
Worked out.
not worked out, but managing your own personal stuff. And if you want to tell them about it, that you would. And if you haven't, then you might not want to tell them about it and just say, well, we'll just stand back on the outside. And if we see something that's distressful, then we'll step in. But if
Say
not,
something.
then we're just going to allow you to live your life. And
Yeah, I mean, I know they love me. I know they care, which is great. Suck it.
suck it.
No, I just like. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing serious. Just
Yeah.
just something I'm thinking about. It's like, oh, they don't. My parents, and then it goes the other way too. I don't know my parents like that either. I just know them as my parents. The one time I got to know more things I never knew was when I had a really hard breakup, like maybe 15, 18 years ago, like my last breakup. And I was having a hard time, obviously, because I'm like that. And then my parents started telling stories about their old relationships that I've never heard of. So, like, apparently my dad was engaged to somebody else, met my mom, broke it off with the other person, got with my mom, got married, and had me within like a year or two.
When you know, you know.
And then they've been going strong for 40 plus years.
What was her name? Joanne?
Yeah, but like there's like and then they're telling me about the childhood and stuff that I've never heard of and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh,
Dude, I'd love to hear that type of shit. I'd
yeah,
love to.
I just
See, I'm the opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like knowing too much about your parents is almost like not appropriate.
they become too human.
Well, no, not the human part, but it's like, I don't know.
I think I used to feel that way.
Like I understand where that feeling comes from.
Like where you kind of want them up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
No, not
but for me, it's how
Yeah,
I like that.
me too.
I didn't want to know about, in my mind, I always saw them in a certain light. Well, my dad specifically, and then I never wanted, Laura used to talk about like how she knew that her parents did coke. And to me, that was like such an insane bit of information to know about your parents. Like when we were like we were teenagers, and I was like I thought it was inappropriate. I thought it was, now I'm comparing it against the way that I was raised. But I think that Laura now, she has a very like full understanding of who her parents are.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who that dude is.
Also,
No clue.
As a kid, you have a different idea of what adults and a subset of adults, which our parents are. They're like, I remember it being before I was an adult. Like I had these categories in my mind. Like adults are different species.
Yeah.
They do different things.
I still feel that way to some extent.
and same. Like and I like. And parents specifically are a subset of that. Like parents are a very specific thing that only fits into this box, and they don't do this other shit.
Yeah.
But like as I grew up and I realized, there's no the adults were kids at one point.
Yeah. Well, and now it's like, at this point in my, like, having only known the father side of my father, like the role of father.
Yeah.
Now my relationship with him seems really empty when I don't need him to be that person in my life anymore.
I don't mean it that it's better that way. I think my issue is that when I became old enough to know who my mother really was, it pulled the veil away, and I did not want anything to do with her. So it's like, if I can, so we'll take, my grandmother, right? So I love my grandmother. She's super supportive, everything like that. She's in her mid to late 90s now.
Lives in the Carolinas?
Yeah, lives in the Carolinas. Is going to ride out this hurricane. Cool.
Riders on the storm.
But like, if I found out something that I couldn't forgive her for that she did in her early or mid-teens, I wouldn't want to ruin the thing for no reason other than just knowing that she did something that I find like unacceptable. So it's like, I don't need to know that. She's on her way out. Everything's fine. If I'm going to find out, I'd rather find out a year after she passes than have that additional information that now I have to reevaluate who I think the person is.
But people do change, man.
I get that.
I mean, if it was something inexcusable, like, your grandma was dating Adolf Hitler or something, you know what I mean? Like during the height of it all, then that I would be like, yeah, well, that's going to reframe who that person is for sure. But like, if it was like, I just think that, so conversely, I'm having a weird thing going on the other side of my life now, where like, so this past weekend was Jaina's homecoming.
Yeah.
And she went, which took me by surprise on a number of levels, but she wanted to go. She got a dress, still wore a pair of Uptown, so I respected that. And anyway, it's the first time I've ever seen Jaina put together, like in her life. Like maybe since she was 1. Had her for like her first birthday photo session,
But you and Laura did most of the putting together.
Laura did 100% of the putting together.
I figured, but I was going to give you a little credit.
Yeah, I don't deserve it.
Okay.
But like, I was like, fuck, like it fucked me up. I had an emotional evening again.
I mean, it's a benchmark.
Well, I was just thinking, like, it was the first time that I was really like, damn, like she's grown up. Like, she's still a kid and she's still got shit to learn and, still my rules, my house and all that kind of shit. But like, she's a whole adult. Like that's probably, physically, like that's probably it. She's as tall as she's going to be, she's who she is now. Like, yeah. And I was a part of like creating and raising this thing that is now like fully armed and operational, in a sense to like take on the world. And like, and then I was like, shit, she's going to go to college soon. Like this is where my mind was going.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. I got really sad. And I was like, oh shit. Because at some point, she's always been my daughter. She'll always be my daughter. But at some point, she became my friend. Mm-hmm. And that's my fault, lowercase f. But it's like, fuck.
They're just making it sound like a bad thing, though.
Yeah, I know. But so it's not. It's not for her. It's not a bad thing for her because she'll always have that relationship element that like help get her to where she is, and she'll always be able to come home and feel the warmth of that, and it's great for her. But it's really sad for me because she's going to go away.
But she'll always. But unlike regular non-familial friendships, that's like someone you're gonna keep forever, basically.
Yeah.
It's different than someone fucking off and never seeing again.
He won't get the level that he's used to.
Correct. Just like they say, like, you by the time your kid is 18, you've spent 90% of the time that you're going to spend with them.
Yeah, because then they live their own life. Because I was just thinking about your time with your parents.
Yeah.
For most people,
So
but, I mean, I think
I have it on both. I see it. Not that I see it from both sides, but I'm experiencing it on both sides.
But to me, I always thought that was a good progression that should be the norm, where like a parent become a friend. Maybe because my dad feels the same. Because as I grew, we had a really bad. Man, when boarding school, didn't talk to him for 2 years, but now like we're good. But like he's always like wanted to be friends with me at some point after I grew up. And
like I said, like and it's great for you.
Yeah,
and I think it's gonna be great for Jaina.
Yeah,
but I think it's gonna suck a little bit for me.
I think
I'll just miss her. I'm that way with people I love. Like I need to be around them and interact with them and mix it up with them. And she's gonna go on to do great things, I'm sure. And and it's not doom and gloom. I'm happy and proud and want her to do all those things. And
but it's still a loss.
There's a little bit of lonely owner of a lonely heart.
You got 2 more kids, Bobby.
I know. And then I started going into that, and I was like, damn.
After all 3 of them are out, then what?
Then what?
Then it's just the dog and Laura.
Yeah, well, the dog should be just about ready. I've done that math.
Fuck. But yeah, I mean, it depends. Also, like, I'm also lucky.
Your last bark, my friend.
I'm also lucky.
You got a debarker.
That like I'm in the same area with the parents. We're close because like foreign parents. I think Americans are both different. I think most of the rest of the world is like with families like much more closer in bonding. Even though Americans like to talk about family a lot. I think that's why Americans call like people at work family or your company family. I think they use the word family too much. We don't do that in other countries. Maybe not in my people. We don't say family in regards to any of that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I see my parents every weekend and stuff. So like, who knows? But anyway, yeah, that was awesome. Just thinking about my parents listening to this.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Maybe I want them to. Maybe I want them to know who I am. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, because it did make me a little bit maybe sad. I'm not sure. It made me feel a way that to realize that my parents don't know me.
Well, like, yeah, I get that. I don't know if my dad would want to know me. I don't.
You would want him to. That's a question.
Yeah, I don't want him to. I don't know. I don't
Maybe
know,
it's a
because
good thing
I think it would. Yeah, I think it would for us, for the 2 of us. I don't know. I don't know if he like. He wears a grudge like a crown. Like, there's elements of my life, and I think I turned out all right and have a strong, kind of moral character and turned out to be a good person. But like, if he knew every little nook and cranny of how I got to get there, I don't know if he'd ever talk to me again.
Well, if you don't call him,
well, he won't call.
that achieve the same goal, same results. Yeah, it's true.
Anyway, taking way too much time. So
no, we got it today.
I think
we got it today.
Because like, I think that like my dad knows who I am. Like, he and I have a really good relationship, and I'm happy that when he did tell me things, that it didn't change my perspective of who he is as a person, right? But I have had a parent that when they did tell me things, it changed my perspective of them as a person.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, like, there's some things like it would really fuck me up if I found out like one of my parents cheated on the other at some point in my life, not beforehand. Like if I just didn't realize because I was a kid, maybe when I was like 12 or something, my
Imagine
dad
if
had an affair. That would
you
fuck
found
me
it
up.
out.
Huh?
Imagine if you discovered it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's what happened to me.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. So.
I think that like I view my father a very specific way, and like I know some of the people that knew him, like his coworkers and stuff like that. And like the one thing that I think is interesting is my father is a very straight and narrow, tightly wound, laced person, sober as a judge, and I think he might have been a bit of an asshole, like the more that I hear from other people, but when I see the people that he kept around him, my mother, these other guys, Benny and Curry, and these just friends of his,
The guy who
From
made you
the fire department or no?
yeah, they were in the fire department. This guy Bruce, who was like a older guy in the fire department too.
The guy who made you stick your finger in his belly button?
Yeah, that was Curry.
Good memory pull right there.
Yeah, and those guys, like, they're all crazy. And then my mom is crazy. So I think my father had an attraction to people that were not what he was. So I think
could
a
you
younger
imagine
version
two
of him would
straight-laced-
find me entertaining and interesting.
Two straight-laced people trying to have a
Straight laced conversation.
Yeah, it's like, so, what did you do today?
Well, I wrote R's and L's on each pair of socks, so I never put the wrong one on the wrong foot.
Well, I woke up and obviously I had a healthy breakfast. Oh, I did the same thing. Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah. So I find that peculiar.
and
you
then
know,
people that kind of color outside the lines a bit, right? The person that's enforcing the lines needs the people to color outside the lines in order for them to be who they are.
yeah.
If your job is to maintain order in a world that's completely full of order, then you have no job.
Right. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I think my dad liked a little bit of chaos.
Yeah.
He just couldn't partake.
It was just the opposite of him. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and I find there's something about that I find heartwarming. Again, in my quietest moments. Anyway, Farrell, your nerd week.
So, yeah, obviously not much.
Your nerd weekend.
Yeah. So Saturday, what did I do? I had something.
It's been 2 days ago.
Yeah, you did
So
have.
like I had like this work training to do Saturday morning, which was fine. It went okay, but then it kind of like, so we finished up and I was like, okay, what do I do with the rest of my day? But it was just late enough, like the early afternoon, 2-3 o'clock ish, where I just had no drive to actually like go out or do anything. Normally, like I'm up early ish, and then by like the early afternoon, I'm like itching to go do something. And then when it kind of gets flipped on that, I'm like, man, I could just go to bed at like 3:30. That'd be fine. So I ended up just playing Helldivers
Nice.
till like
I like that you're into that right now.
11 o'clock at night, and then being like, oh, I'm going to go to bed. Sunday morning.
What who do you mostly fight against? Like bugs or robots or?
So there's 3 factions.
Yeah. What do you like to fight against the most, so you don't care?
So typically I go with whatever the major order is.
The current mission is. Yeah.
The current mission. So the automatons
the
are
robots.
fine. So I learned something about this game.
Okay. Automatons are the robots?
Yeah. So they have.
Bobby smart face.
So they've basically taken 3 different enemies from like popular and culture movies and just created factions that you fight against. So the bugs are the ones from Starship Troopers, right? Almost identical.
Yep.
Right. The automatons are based off War of the Worlds,
Okay.
right? And then there's this other group. I can't remember their name, but they're basically zombies,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, but space zombies.
But space zombies.
Okay.
So, and those are the hardest, in my opinion.
They're I think they're the least popular to play against.
Yeah. So now it might only be that I've only played against them a couple times, and you get like, at first when you're playing, you don't realize that there are differences in the stuff that you could equip your character with. Because most of the opening level stuff is all designed to fight against the bugs. So you're kind of like, like most of the stuff works fine. And then you go fight something different. You're like, none of this shit works fine.
They get different loadouts.
So then you kind of change it up. And as you're changing things against the first faction, you're like, well, this does no difference. This does no difference. But then those modifications actually make a difference in the other one. So you're like, I guess it's kind of cool that you're learning about the game and stuff. But the third one, the space zombies, they can have them back. I'm good. I'm good without them. So either the bots or the bugs are probably the best. But so I played that for a while, and I got to play with
Todd? Did you get to play with Todd finally?
No.
Still not?
No. But a couple of people that we know,
Oh, okay.
and so that was fun. And then Saturday night I was talking to Melina,
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to this.
and we started talking. And I was like, "Well, what are you doing tomorrow morning?" He's like, "Oh, nothing." I was like, "Okay, well, 7:30. Let's meet up at the casino, and I'll show you what I know about this."
Uh-huh.
So he's like, "Okay." So he gets there at 8, obviously. So I showed him. So he didn't realize that I went to school for casino management.
I mean,
I didn't know that either.
That's not. He talked about it before.
Yeah.
I must have missed me somehow.
Yeah.
Or I thought he was joking.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
No, so like
I didn't. I was like, yeah, if anybody would go into that, it would be him.
yeah, this was like game theory all the way to like, how the count room works and the operations, the law side of it, regulation, security,
That's interesting.
like all that shit. So, and obviously the part that I liked the most was the game theory, right? So learning how the math is done, why certain things are better than others, what the hold percentages is for the casino. So like what they're trying to get you to bet on because they make more money on that. Because there's regulation about how much they can make, like as a whole game.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Right. So in blackjack, and then there's also like what pushback from the customer would be. So they're always trying to change it to increase their edge.
Of course.
But then there'll be like side bets with like insane progressive amounts. Like, oh my God, that hits like once every 20 years. And if they're being dealt all day, every day, and it hits, it's such a infrequent number, then that it's a super small percentage chance that it hits.
Right.
So like we're walking around looking at different things. I was explaining different, styles of slot machine, advantage play stuff where you actually can make a difference. We talked about playing blackjack, but all the blackjack, even at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, was too expensive.
Wow.
Like $25, $50 a hand blackjack.
Oh, what the fuck?
Right. And I was like, yeah, buddy, I only brought like $300 with me. So we can have fun for like 4.5 minutes playing blackjack, or we can go do some other things. I taught him how to play craps, kind of. So he understands the basics of that. He couldn't get past that one of the bets is called a cum bet, COME. So that was interesting. He just like broke out laughing in the middle of the explanation.
Was he drinking?
He tried to get me to drink.
Was he drinking?
He was not.
Oh, wow.
So we played one of the slot machines that I've been playing a lot recently. And like did okay. I might have made $30. He made like $10 over 20 minutes or something like that. So then he's like, well, hey, I really want to play this style machine. And I was like, it's really not good. Like, it's a popular game that they've made a bunch of versions of. And as the number of versions increases, the return to player goes down because they see that people like this stuff. So they're just capitalizing on the market now, right? It's just like, hey, come in and play the new, such and such.
Right.
And you go in there and it's just like fucking money suck. So he breaks even on that. I lose $200.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, fuck.
I can't lose money.
So I was like, okay.
I can't wrap it around.
So then we're like walking around and I was like, hey, I wasn't really planning on going in 300 today, but, what else do you want to do? So then he was like, well, I want to learn craps. So we found a super cheap craps table, not even a real table. But anyway,
it's a cardboard on the floor.
yeah.
That's the way you're supposed to play.
Yeah.
And I rolled
Squatting.
I rolled great and made most of the money back that I had lost.
Oh, nice.
Right. And then we went over to another machine, an advantage play, and I had to talk him into splitting it with me. I was like, hey, this is real close and there's a good amount of value potentially here. If you don't want to, I might hit the ATM and play it myself. And he's like, no, we'll go in together. And we hit for like $100 and he's like, we're done, right? And I was like, no. We haven't gotten to the goal yet. Here's what we're going for. And I had to keep talk him into it. And then we ended up hitting for like $800
Wow.
between the two of us. So we're both in the profit. And I was like, you want to parlay this? And he's like, maybe. So we go over to play video poker. And I was like, this particular game, let's play that. He's like, okay, well, I only want to go in for like $50. And I was like, oh, fine. Hit for 400.
Damn.
Right. So put that together. He's like, what's next? And I was like, oh, now you're fucking in. Huh?
Of course.
So we go to this other machine. I find one. I was like, hey, this looks pretty good. I think we should play this. Get into it. Hit for another couple $100 between the two of us. So he ends up being up like 600 on the day. And I was up like 550 because I lost 200 earlier, on the
Right.
other game. And he's like, okay, I think I'm done. I was like, all right. So he left. I stayed for another 30 or 40 minutes.
Oh,
Okay, not that
Not crazy. I took mine up a little bit from then and then walked down. So it was a fun day, but just explaining to somebody who says they're into gambling and just realizing that they don't know,
I don't know what that really means.
but like
the
all
nuance
the
of it.
pitfalls and the other stuff that can happen. So
Some people are just into the act of gambling.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
And then they
really
lose
just
money.
into Texas Hold'em.
Yeah. So I mean, but he's into sports betting too.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's like, so he wins like $200 and he's like, we should do a shot. It's like, Melina, it's 8:15. And he's like, and I'm like, and I drove. And he's like, and I'm like, I'm not fucking drinking alcohol with you right now. He's like, fine. The waitress comes by. I'm like, she'll get you a shot. And she was like, the waitress was like, it's before 9.
I like that the waitress had sense.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. So
He's a partier.
like a little frat boy partier too.
Yeah.
So
He
he's like,
parties.
oh man, it ain't a real experience unless we do a shot together afterwards. And I'm like, dude, fucking chill, bro. But yeah, then I came back, we left there, watched some football, put some sports bets on it. Nothing crazy.
Just drinking and gambling.
Yep.
I mean, it's like $25 in sports bets from 1 p.m. until midnight. It's nothing crazy. But yeah, that's
That's pretty much it.
pretty much it. And then woke up this morning and
Yeah.
You going to trivia tonight?
I am going to the trivia tonight,
Nice.
which is hopefully going to be good.
You can tell us about that next week.
Yeah,
Maybe twice.
maybe.
So I had a pretty eventful weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know how much of it is going to be conversation pieces, but other than that Jaina bit, that was like my bigger conversation piece. But so Friday, I was a little podcasting fool.
Master 5000?
I was the podfather. You guys were here in the morning.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then I had shop talk in the afternoon, and then after that, I went to a friend of mine. This girl Wendy had her 50th birthday party at the Phoenix Emporium, the new Phoenix. I haven't.
In Ellicott City.
Yeah, I'd never been there before. I've spent plenty of time at the old Phoenix, but
Is that the one that's it's like the middle floor is the new Phoenix?
yeah, well, they have there's the restaurant is downstairs and the bar is upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Not as good as the old Phoenix.
no. But
It's not really a Phoenix at all because the Phoenix would have been better. Right, as it rose.
as it rose from the ashes. Well, I think that
Or the silt.
I actually-
as it rises from the silt.
I didn't like when the old Phoenix, for those that are listening, because this shit is worldwide. The Phoenix was this bar in this small town that it had it used to be just on the first floor, and that's when I loved it there. It kind of there was a lot of regulars and a good vibe and people getting fucked up and joking and talking shit, and it had a good vibe. And then they got under new management and they opened up the upstairs.
What flooded?
But I don't think that's why they opened up the upstairs
Oh, okay.
initially. They got new management. They sold it. The guy who owned it sold it, and the new people opened up the upstairs, and then it was like a party place, which was still cool. But now it was as soon as you change the environment from a bar to a club,
Yeah, like the adults leave earlier.
yeah, and then it starts getting weird, and the energy shifts, and I didn't partake in too much of that. But my buddy Mario, his. He had a wedding that I went to, and then a reception, and that was cool. And then afterwards, we went to the Phoenix. We have a history with that place. And anyway, then it flooded. Then that town flooded, and they moved up the street basically to the top of the hill. And I'd never been there, so I got to go. I also walked around the old location just for like nostalgia and sentimentalism, and it was weird. That was a weird experience. It's like a park now, and I don't know. It seemed almost like a grave in some ways.
People did die.
It's true. It's true. So anyway, I went to the party. I didn't stay a long time there. I was kind of I stayed for like an hour and a half.
I mean, I
think that's fine. I know her from work, and there wasn't a whole lot of work people there. It was a lot of people from like her hometown there. And that was, and she was having a great time. She looked great. She was killing it. I had this little number on. I was like, look at you. And I was happy for her and all that, but I just didn't have it in me, and I couldn't drink because I had to drive and blah, blah, blah. Gamez stopped by, so that was cool. And I sat with Gamez and Nick, and then eventually Jacket, Dan H. He stopped by with his girl, and we talked for a bit, caught up a little bit. Then that was cool. Good times. Nothing crazy. And then I left there, came home, and it's weird. So when I went into the bar, when I was down there, I was met by this woman who I've never seen before. And she was like, "Are you Bobby?" And I was like, "I am." And she was like, "Laura's husband?" And I was like, "The same?" And she was like, "I love Laura. Laura's my PT. I've been seeing her for such and such years." So like, that's how my eating started. And Laura always tells me about patients. And actually, I don't know if she had told me about her, but
probably did.
But may have. And, so she talked to me for a bit, and, it's just obvious, like, she was very nice and very sweet and very kind. And I was sitting alone for a while, and I think she like came over so that I wouldn't feel alone, but I didn't need that. I didn't.
How did she recognize you? Do you think Laura showed a picture?
Facebook is my guess. So anyway, she came over, sat down, started talking, and then, it's just one of those things where it's like, man, like, okay, you're coming over here to make me feel more comfortable, and I do appreciate that, but I'm okay. And I don't want to tie you up. If you have friends here, if there's like people that you rather mingle with, I get that, and you should go do that. But it just became more clear as it went on that we just didn't have anything in common.
Other than
Laura and Wendy. So she was like, she had this necklace with this like animal on the necklace, like the shape of an animal.
Oh, the shape, not an
actual animal. No.
Like squirrel hanging from her neck.
And I was like, "What animal is that?" And she was like, "I'm not really sure. I've got it from being at the Grand Canyon or something." And I was like, "Is it a donkey?" And I asked that because it kind of resembled somewhat of a donkey, a longer neck than a donkey should have. But my dad rode a donkey down this path in the Grand Canyon. Like, he had to lose a bunch of weight for it. He was miserable.
It's scary. It's too scary for me to do.
But he did it. And so, like, I asked if it was, and she was like, "No, I think it's just some sort of abstract animal shape." And I was like, "Oh, okay, fine."
I don't think that's the thing, but okay.
And then she was like, "But, if you haven't," I went down there to do such and such, and if you haven't whitewater rafted down the Colorado River, and
you haven't fucking lived,
and like, and camped out and hiked these trails, and I was like, look, I'm more of a hotel suite kind of a guy.
Yeah,
I'm not really.
You hit her with the. Have you ever had your dick sucked?
No. She didn't deserve it. To be fair, she was very nice and very
you
kind.
Haven't lived yet,
and very welcoming, but it was just an awkward exchange of ideas.
You love awkwardness, but yes.
Yeah, but I usually like
but awkward. It's not that fun.
I like observing.
Yeah.
Not being participating.
Yeah. Came home that night, and Laura was actually getting home the same time from softball practice, so we hung out for a bit. And then we got up at the crack of dawn for this weekend tournament, this softball weekend.
How early was it? Super, like, nobody's been up that early ever?
No, nothing like that. But I think, I think I had to get up we had to be out the door at 6. So I had to get up at like 5, for fucking sports, and like, so we did this tournament, and it was great. I love watching her play. I thoroughly enjoy it. I like the team. I like the girls. It's fun for me. I really do enjoy it. But I love their little chants.
The little cheers?
Yeah, like they do these little cheers for like their teammates.
Yeah.
But they're like petty as fuck. And like they shit on the other team. Like,
you love that.
I love it.
You always love that.
So let me go over
shitting on people.
Let me go over some of my favorites. So if a pitcher throws the ball and the ball like hits the ground instead of like going to the catcher's glove, like it's too low.
Yeah.
All the girls are saying, balls in the dirt, balls in the dirt. We can make it work. We can make it work. Balls in the dirt. And they'll be like, we can make it work. We can make it work, but we can't because it's in the dirt. Like, you know, like, and then like they do this other one where they're like, if the ball's too high, they're like, balls in the sky, balls in the sky. We can make it fly. We can make it fly. You know, and like this other one, like when they throw a pitch and like the pitch hits the kid, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they'll be like, pitcher, what's the matter? Why you wanna hurt our batter? Like, you know, it's just fucking funny, man. Like,
Fucking coordinated this shit.
yeah. They have another one too. I can't remember it, but there's this.
The one where they pull the pitcher.
Oh, so that's my favorite one. But they have another. I was saving that one for last. But there is one more that I just can't. I can't remember off the top of my head. But so when the pitcher's having, not playing, but not having a great game.
Yeah.
You know, the catcher will go out to the mound. The coach comes out to the mound. Maybe the first baseman sometimes they'll like all come out and they'll have like a little powwow about what's going on. And when they do this, my kids' team was so young. Huddle, huddle, pitcher's in trouble. Huddle, huddle, pitcher's in trouble. Shit's so fucking funny to me. But that one specifically is my favorite. Huddle, huddle.
Pitcher's in trouble.
Bobby would totally shit on kids if you could get away with it.
Yeah, anybody really, but not just limited to kids. So like she played this tournament. It was 5 games, 2 games Saturday, 3 games Sunday.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, they came in second. To be fair, this other team that they were playing shouldn't even be. And I start making excuses and shit, but they like these bitches were like fucking like twice the size of our team. They should have been in the next thing up. But another little shady thing they did. So we had a shady event both fucking days. The first day, they swapped batters, like they changed the batting position as they went into the last inning. And
nobody noticed.
Well, our team noticed and they tried to call it, but then they had some bullshit. They're like, no, it's the same. But like it became like this whole thing. They were like fighting it out but nothing came from it. Second day,
They wanted some other batter to bat in that inning that wasn't.
They wanted to put the power hitters back in for the last inning, and we ended up beating them anyway. So that was nice. Yeah. But second day played 2 great games, really close, but they won both of them, which put them into the final tournament game
With big girls.
With the big girls. And these girls, this was their second game for the day, and their first one was like in the morning. So they like played one morning game. They like all went out, had lunch, this and that, and then like came back. Like our kids played 3 games, dead in a row. It was hot as fuck. And these girls were huge, and I think they would have probably beat our team either way, but
right.
It made it worse
that
it was under these circumstances. But even like they were whipping our team's ass. I think it was like 8-1 or something, like going into like what ended up being the last inning. And like when they went up the last inning, they switched, they just flip flopped 2 batters so that the power hitter could hit them all in. And like it's just like, man, like you're already beating us,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like why not just play it out? You know. But like it was cool, good vibes. Everybody was like, she got a little medal, and it was like, it was all for breast cancer and this, that, and the third. But it was cool, it was fun, and it was like the travel team that shit's fun to watch, man, because like the rec team can be rough sometimes. Like you just walk. Oh, 5 runs, okay, let's pack it up, girls. Let's do better next time. The fucking travel team is fucking. These kids are on it.
Really playing.
Yeah, and like it's but it's still like they're not professionals, right? So like they're still hitting the balls, they're still making errors, but like it's action. It's an action game to watch, so it's fun. I really enjoy it, and I like getting to know all the girls, and then of course all the drama with the parents and who's who's fucking this up and who's doing all that shit. All that shit's good fun.
What does it feel like to be like because you're normally drinking?
I don't drink if I drink, it's an evening game.
Yeah, I didn't mean
Yeah.
the 6 a.m. game.
Yeah. So I didn't drink this weekend during it. I just drank when we got home to celebrate.
What do you think about like you're like oh, that dad over there? He's
So
sauced up.
So it's funny you say that. So I'm concerned, not concerned. I'm always aware of how
You're being perceived.
correct, especially by normal people. I don't dress normal. I don't really interact in a normal way. So like I get it. And yesterday I actually wore the wrong shirt. I like reached in, I grabbed this gray shirt because I thought it was this one shirt, and it wasn't. It was this other shirt, and it's the shirt that says "Safe in Heaven, Dead." And and then I'm walking around that fucking, and everybody's reading it, and everybody like, and a lot of these, I don't know what it is with softball, but a lot of these are a little bit more on the country side of things. So like, there's some religious folks, and like they do a little prayer before the game.
Great.
And here I am in this like a fucking jackal in this fucking shirt. So, but whatever. Interestingly enough, speaking of the religious aspect, there's this one girl who I noticed when she goes out to the mound to hit, she takes her bat and she makes like what looked like to me at least a capital T in the sand, dirt. But I know her first name and last name, and neither of them start with T. So I was like, man, what the hell? I was like, maybe her middle name is starting, And she's a huge Christian, and it's a cross that she's making. But I was like, well, she should really. I was like, then I started critiquing the cross, right? Because I'm like, it looks more like a capital T and not a lowercase t.
It needs more head on it, so to speak.
Well, so then I said, and I'm having this conversation with because I'm like, what is she doing? And then they explained it. And then I start, and it's too much. I'm divulging too much. And then I'm like, but I guess it doesn't take away from it because the crucifixion would still go as planned. Like it's still going to work even without the top part. So like,
You don't need it.
it's still like, like you just lack of headrest, I guess. But like, it doesn't take away from like the implement of death that it is. Like, it's like, and I can just see there, like, the more I talk, the worse it's getting, but I don't know how to like put the brakes on. So
love it.
Yeah,
She did it in the dirt, not in the batter's box.
no, in the dirt, like to the left, like upper left of the batter's box. Like,
Because at first I thought, because I mean, it is standard in order to get yourself positioned in the batter's box correctly, to reach out and touch the two corners.
yeah, no,
Because if that's where the strike zone is, then I want to make sure that I'm
right,
I'm positioned,
covering it.
that even if I swing and I'm on the right plane, that I don't come up too
Short.
inches.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, it was a whole thing that I got,
Wow.
and and stuff like that. But it's cool. Saturday night I had the whole thing with the homecoming and all that, and and that emotional roller coaster. Jane had a pretty good time, I think. She went with that friend that Laura offended. Did I talk about that at all?
Which one?
Her name starts with the same letter as Jana's. So I said it was over the Second Amendment.
I don't.
Okay, so maybe I haven't talked about it here. Should I talk about it? I'll say this. It was shortly after the Charlie Kirk thing, right? And my wife had no idea who Charlie Kirk was the day before that event. She's not a social media person. She's never on social media. She doesn't understand any of it. But she is, generally speaking, pro-constitutional. So they went somewhere. This girl had made some statements about how this guy was kind of asking for it, being as though he was so pro-gun and this and that. And Laura, instead of letting two young girls have a young girl conversation, entered into the conversation and offended this other girl. And it was a big deal, and Jana was like, look, like, I don't have a lot of friends, so like,
Don't run.
please, don't run them, and Laura felt terrible. Obviously it was a lapse in judgment, like whatever. But I think Jana's been concerned about that relationship. If they seem okay, but then sometimes it seems weird since that event happened. But they went to homecoming together. But I still don't know if it was I think initially they were supposed to go and like hang out before, and then go to homecoming, and then maybe get wings or something afterwards, and then none of the before and after stuff ended up happening. Just the event, and so. But I still think she had a good time, in spite of all that. So I was happy for that. But I'm kind of tracking this other situation relatively closely just to make sure that.
I mean, but Jane is a conservative.
She thinks she is. I mean, she says that.
Well, she wants
that's usually how she puts it. I think I'm a conservative.
Bring back toxic masculinity.
Yes, she does want to bring back toxic masculinity because she hates the boys at her school because they're all cowards. She says.
That's great.
And then let me see what else. I'm trying to think if there's any other funny story. Maybe I haven't made a note. Just let me check that real quick. Sunday night was last night.
What's interesting is like just while you're looking, is that I didn't watch other than sports.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the TV on for anything. Which
Wow.
It was kind of nice for the whole weekend. Just
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Hey, sports came on, like turn it on. Sports off, turn it off.
Yeah. I'm all for that.
Other
shit.
than Helldivers, but I don't really consider that.
That's
No,
not,
it's
that's
not.
not
It's
TV.
different. So then came back yesterday, had some leftovers. I got fucked up, and then this morning took my baby to school, and then worked on photos again. I'm all done my family side, and I'm like halfway through, actually 2/3 of the way through Laura's family
I
side.
feel like despite her family having a wider history, would be easier because you can feel like you can get the information easier.
It is. It
It's
100%
like
is.
they're from like across seasons, but you
Yep.
can still get the
There's
information.
no cloak and dagger.
Yeah, no one hiding information.
Yeah.
For no reason.
So so that's that, and then I have this, and then I have softball this evening, and then back to the grind. What did you guys think of the Robin Hood trailer?
Do we need more Robin Hood?
So that I think is the question.
Like, I understand it's one of those classic things you always have more of, like Batman and, I don't know, Sherlock Holmes.
Right.
But, like, is anyone asking for more Robin Hood right now?
So like,
We've had 3 in the last decade.
yeah, there's been a lot recently, and none of them have been exceptional.
Any of them been... Has any of them been necessary past Kevin Costner? Was any of them better than Kevin Costner that needed to replace it?
So I think you can make the argument that some of them are technically better,
Technically better, but
but I don't think that any have been received as popularly.
that's what I mean. Like, any of them like,
And I
culturally
don't think
mattered
that-
more.
and no,
They
absolutely
didn't have Brian Adams. So.
That's for sure. That's a true statement.
What
They
was
did
the comedy one?
Men in Tights. That was necessary. It was a completely different genre. It was great.
See, I think that's the one that we needed.
We had that. I don't think.
No,
we had-
but do we need all these different versions? That is the one
Yes.
that we needed apart from the standard story.
Well, I think Men in Tights is also more iconic than every other Robin Hood movie that's come since. Like, there was a Russell Crowe one.
Yes, that was recent.
Like, I don't remember anything. I saw it. I think I might.
Is that one with Jamie Foxx? I don't know why that's coming to mind. Maybe I think of something else.
Maybe. But like, there was a TV show. Mm-hmm. Like, and none of them have really moved the needle. I don't think. Like,
Yeah, 2018. Jamie Foxx was in the Robin Hood movie.
see, I think
I don't remember it at all.
like
It's a modern day take Robin Hood.
Oh, really?
yeah, but the Men in Tights one was my favorite, and only because of how many great one-liners it had in it, like the "lend me your ears."
Yes.
and they'll pull their ears off.
Classic comedies.
Yeah, yeah.
That back then.
Yeah. What was the one with the? I'm the best Robin Hood because I can speak in a British accent.
Right.
Because Kevin Costner sounds like he's like from Michigan.
Yeah, we only need to Robin Hood. We didn't need any more Robin Hood after the cartoon one. Your favorite,
The best one.
the best one, the Men in Tights and Kevin Costner. I don't think
So I think the space exists where you can have another Robin Hood. It needs to be better.
Yeah, we haven't had one that's
different.
or more
that trumps these 3.
or more impactful. And if it's not going to be those things, get out of the way.
Yeah.
You know,
But I mean, that's the industry.
Not to say this won't be good.
no.
Like, I'm not
to say that at all.
thrilled about it.
That's the how the movie industry has been for too long. It's just take the same thing off the shelf, put a fresh coat of paint on it,
Yep.
and then,
Rebrand, reface, regurgitate.
and it's the same shit.
Yep.
And it's getting old.
Yeah, and I mean, like just like we were talking last week with like of the top 10 movies, none of the top 5 were superhero movies, and you had fucking Superman come out this year. Like that's telling, It's funny. I saw on my Facebook feed this week 2 people that I'm friends with make back-to-back posts about seeing Superman, and the first one was like, "So watch Superman." Dog shit. That was the post, and then the second one was finally the Superman movie I've always wanted. It's like right next to it.
So I mean, but that is part of it, though. To me, as somebody who's just now starting to watch all the stuff, is one of the problems is that Superman is changing too much in between movies.
Because they're completely different movies.
Yeah.
By different people, they're different stories.
Right. So, but like, if I have a version of Superman in my head,
Yes.
and then I go and watch the new Superman movie,
Yes.
and Superman is different. It's not just a different Superman story. It's not Superman doing a different thing.
It's a different character.
It's a different character, and it's kind of getting old, especially if you have one that you really like, and then they go and change it to a version you don't really like.
Yeah.
I mean, I 100% agree. In
Like,
general.
why? Why are we doing this? Like, find the Superman, make a different fucking character if you want to change a character.
Agree.
Yeah.
I've always said that. Instead of gender or race swapping people, just make a new one.
Yeah. And people are open to it. There's been characters of all different varieties
And then we don't have
created
to-
within the last 20 years that have huge followings.
And we don't have to.
And not to cut you off, but there's been characters created back. I mean, if you think about like, when Black Panther was created or Luke Cage, I mean, and like how long ago that was, and then they still have that same, like they still, if not more,
Yeah.
now, so like just some of these characters already exist, and you're not embellishing them,
Yeah.
I mean, half the time, like, I want to see a new fucking character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Give me something different.
Yeah.
Something new.
So it's like when this Superman came out, I was like, I didn't really feel the need to watch the same.
yeah.
Oh, he's 7 years post, Child's. Like, okay, is that different than 11 years post, or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I also listened to a podcast that I was going to recommend that you might know this guy. But it was with Fifth Column, and Matt and Michael are joined by John Spencer.
John Spencer.
It says executive director of the Urban Warfare Institute.
Yeah.
And they have like an hour and 36-minute discussion on some of the wars, like the Iraq, Afghanistan stuff like that he was kind of relevant during. And then they get like his hot takes on what's going on now with both Ukraine and Palestine and all that. And he has a very kind of like, it's not necessarily about like, he just has a very objective, straight down the line. Like, I'm not having this conversation because I'm pro-Ukrainian or pro-Russian or pro-Palestine or pro-Israel. I'm having this from
This is how it affects the world.
this is how it affects the world, and this is the type of warfare that's going on, and then we can discuss how we think about these things in a moral nature. But it's like, it was a refreshing breath of fresh air conversation to listen to, and the dude's no fucking dummy.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that sort of thing, I'm interested in that sort of thing. I recommend giving it a listen.
I had a conversation last night with Mo and Alicia in that kind of realm.
Oh yeah, I would have loved
It was interesting.
to have been there.
I'll tell you more about it off.
Yeah. Let me just make sure we didn't get any emails with questions, but if you want to send a question in,
You can email us at nerdrageradio@gmail.com.
nope. So we, like I said, last week's episode is only published a mere matter of hours on Patreon ago, so that makes sense that we wouldn't have new questions. I'm sure the following week we'll have plenty.
Yeah, and if you want, and I don't know why you'd want to, but the Unique Toys Red Destroyer first impression video Bobby put out on the Patreon, you know, who cares about the third best? You know, Fans Toys #1 all day.
Side note, that Unique Toys I just looked at is Stinger. It's awful. It's depressingly bad because Unique Toys does such a great job with those movie figures.
box.
It feels like they just let the B team handle this or something. And you can see the Unique Toys footprint on it. You can feel it, but the follow through just ain't there.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it is.
Fans Toys.
No, they're bloody not. I'll tell you what. So anyway, shout out to Phil on Twitter and on our notes, and shout out to Dante on Facebook. And with that,
Flappy labius.
Moist thighs.
tight dick player. We almost did 2 hours. We're 35 seconds short of 2 hours.
We can
record this.
make it.
Yeah.
Filler.
Let's see.
What day is today?
You know, real quick, softball thing. The softball lifestyle is an unhealthy lifestyle.
Is it softball lifestyle or just like sports parents?
Probably sports parents. Just because you're at these things all day. There's concessions there. All the concessions are filled with awful food for you. You know, delicious.
Oh,
I'm sure.
Is it just like baseball, hot dogs and shit?
Hot pretzels and chips, and you know, it's just, and these people, like, you stay there all day, so they don't bring a lunch. They just end up eating this type of food, you know, and this travel shit is year round, you know, and like, so like Laura and I bring shit, like we bring like,
You're gonna be doing this for another like 2 years.
until she gets in high school. Their high school team is going to be a beast, though.
You know who's gonna be on there?
Yeah.